Okay, welcome back to the channel. I wouldn't be making this if I didn't know that this patch was happening, but I got recommended a video regarding this patch and I was like, are you kidding me? This is happening? Bec- Because I really think that there are much bigger problems than Beatrix's 2-2 skill, but apparently this is happening. So I want to go through this. I'm not going to doom post anything. I haven't really seen anyone's video. I just know that something happened. So I'm gonna go through this patch, right? Let's see. Beatrix adjustment coming to version 1.42. Director of Granbluefantasyversusrising here. I'd like to share some changes we're making regarding Beatrix, who was recently introduced as a DLC character on May 23. After reading much of your feedback, carefully examining the overall impact Beatrix has had on gameplay, and taking into consideration the number of major tournaments approaching, we've decided to implement a couple of crucial adjustments we believe will improve the overall balance of the game. Okay, so she was released on May 23, and it's been about a month, I'd say, and they're already changing something. Devs, near is in the game, okay? She can get plus 20 very easily on anyone, plus 40 sometimes with her use skill. There is Siegfried with his insane fireball that can't be rolled through. And in combination, he has a normal SBA that is invincible on startup and is a dive kick that can hit you from almost half screen, right? It's crazy. And it can hit an airborne enemy as well. And on top of that, Sheiks exists, who has an invincible, almost full screen dash move. Invincible full screen attack that can also combo. And we're touching on Beatrix, who sure has a really good skill, but this skill cannot combo outside of corner. And it's only been a month. This skill can be dodged and punched. With Sheiks, it's always a what if. Like I don't get it, man. This is way too early to be changing her skill, if you ask me. Okay, balancing Beatrix's writing free skill. The majority of feedback we received concerning writing free and advanced skill that allows Beatrix to quickly close the distance while dodging projectiles and other attacks by giving her a follow-up skill, Sapphire Slice. Okay, our intent was to create a solution where both players would have to guess the next move and react accordingly. However, it ended up being heavily skewed in Beatrix's favor. To rectify this, we will be adjusting writing free as shown below. The light version can be blocked mid-air. Uh, okay. I mean, it was pretty cringe that you couldn't block it in the air, so I guess that's fine. Probably this should give her some like even frames at least. If it gives her minus frames, then well, uh, that's crazy. Riding free M damage reduced. Okay, can now be blocked mid-air. Changed low profile timing from 11 frames to 40 frames. Hello, everybody. I would like to interject here by saying that I was a tad bit wrong about this information. The changed low profile timing basically means that the time it takes for you to go into that slide, because the move doesn't start like you press the move and it immediately gives you the cha-cha slide. No, you press the move and she starts going into that slide. So pretty sure that that's what it means, that they changed the timing. And that the second was recovery has been extended by 6 frames, meaning whether she hits or she whether she hits someone with this move or if this move is blocked, she will have a higher recovery frame, which is still pretty doo-doo considering it goes from +2 to -4. Yeah, it's pretty bad. -4? Devs, this was the only riding free that was plus on block. And on top of it, because it didn't have any low profile, like right away, you could throw Beatrix out of this move. This was not that good. And now they're nerfing it to -4. This is useless. There is literally no reason to use writing free medium because now it's almost the same thing as light and heavy. Well, it's still kind of safe, but you lose your turn. Writing free heavy damage reduced. Also, why is this damage being reduced, man? Can now be blocked midair. Reduced to knockback when blocked. Okay, so it's punishable now. Oh no! Oh, this thing can be punished with a for L now. I mean, sure, they didn't change the frame data on this, which is something that should have been changed. Because if you didn't know, if Beatrix hits you with a far heavy right now, like the current patch, not this patch, if Beatrix hits you with a far heavy and then goes into heavy riding free, you have to block low. If you don't block low, like you can't even spot dodge. If you just have to block low, you can't super it. You can't um you can do an invincible reversal on it. It's a true block string. So I don't know. The nerf on riding free medium should have been applied on riding free heavy. Purely because I think it needed some frame data changes. Okay. Damage reduced, riding free ultimate, damage reduced. Lord. This move does nothing and they reduced -4 to -6, so it's punishable. No changes to follow up on hit. Reduced knockback when blocked, so now it's punishable as well. Okay. This move has always had a very janky hitbox because some abilities that should hit Beatrix when she is in riding free, they don't hit. And that is something that they should have changed, but they didn't. They instead did this. I I I I'm not sure about this. I don't like it. Sapphire Slice can now be blocked mid-air. Sapphire Slice after riding free you cannot be blocked mid-air. Oh, but Sapphire Slice after ultimate riding free almost doesn't matter. It's the slide that matters when it comes to the ultimate, right? When it comes to riding free into Sapphire Slice only mattered on the light version and the heavy version because you could anti-air people, but on ultimate it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it can't be blocked. Okay, reduced knockback distance when used as a follow-up. Man, it was already pretty punishable. No longer a true block. Oh no. Okay. All right. So you can reversal medium riding free now. Like medium riding free into Sapphire Slice. You can reversal during it. This is a bit too much. This is a bit too much. And then they reduce the damage when using the follow up to riding free. This is a bit too much, man. Damage output from combos? No, 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 no. Please, no. Please, no. In addition to her unique Delta Cloak mechanic made it easier for her to deal high volumes of damage in many situations compared to other characters. With this in mind, we plan to preserve her combo expression and convert her potential with Delta Clock while adjusting her overall damage output, bring her in line with other characters. Star Chaser 8. That's the fireball. Damage reduced. Wow. And it deals even lower damage with only the projectile hits. Oh, Devs, what are you doing? The ultimate also got reduced damage. Thunderbird lost damage. Here's an issue where the third hit, burst of flames, would hit foes from behind upon land. Now connects from behind only if the first or second hit connect. I didn't know Thunderbird had the third hit. Forest Standing Edge, lower hitbox size has been reduced, making it cross. Huh? I I didn't get it. I don't get this part of power spinning edge. Delta clock gauge now refills at 30% speed of performing a delta clock skill. So they buffed delta clock, or did they nerf it? Oh, maybe they did nerf it. If they nerfed it, they took away the best combo she had, where she could use the delta clock fireball twice. Live on June 24 across all platforms. You have to Beatrix since her release. To those who picked her up after her release on May 23, we apologize for the inconvenience. These changes my friend. Yeah, no shot. Most of us got the costume as well. I did. So balancing your first sword. This time I want to assure you that our team recommended him. Also, the organizers of CEO and our Tour. Okay, so this for tournaments. Looking ahead, our next major patch, version 1.50, will bring major balance adjustments for the entire roster as previously announced, along with other potential gameplay changes during the 6 months since the game's launch in December 2023. We have been diligently reading and considering your feedback as we continue to expand and develop the game. As a result, we're planning to implement quality of life additions, including penalties for disconnecting from online matches, a much requested feature. We'll be keeping you updated with more details, including new character announcements in the near future, so stay tuned. Thank you for your continued support of Granbluefantasyversusrising. Okay. Okay, so here's my final thoughts regarding this whole thing. They said that they're nerfing her because of the tournament, and that after the tournament they will nerf other characters, right? But here's the thing: she has been out for nearly a month, and people have practiced with her and against her. Meaning nerfing her now just kind of makes less sense than it should. The second thing concerning this entire patch is that they nerfed Beatrix in two major ways. One was that they nerfed the entirety of riding free, and the second was that they nerfed her damage. Okay, let's talk about riding free first. I genuinely think the nerf to 2-2 medium was a bit too much, and 2-2 heavy should have had a startup nerf because you cannot spot dodge this move from a far edge, and I think that's criminally cringe. Other than this, the big nerf that Beatrix is getting through this patch is a damage nerf. You see, they basically reduced every single ability that you need to use in a combo for higher damage. They reduced the riding free, they reduced the projectile, they reduced the damage on Thunderbird. All three of these are definitely needed for good combos for Beatrix, right? And the DP didn't get nerfed at all. So yeah, they definitely were going for the damage nerf. And the Delta Clock nerf on top of this is so that she can do that insane high damage in the corner with the double fireball and the double Delta Clock. To me, this is again a bit too much because the only way to do that combo is if you're at 30%, right? That's the first requirement for that you have to be at 30% to have infinite Delta Clock. And the second thing, which I think needs to be mentioned here, is that if you're going to nerf the damage on every single move that is required in that combo and then nerf the Delta Clock mechanic, she's not gonna be left with a lot. Honestly, the damage that doesn't use the double fireball and the double Delta Clock is a damage that loses is a combo that loses 400 damage, right? Now imagine if every single special move used in that combo also did lesser damage. She would be left around say 7,000 damage, which I think it's pretty on the middle, if not lower end, because some characters can do 8k damage. And yeah, I can see that being as good considering the fact that she is a Shoto character. She definitely can deploy pressure in a lot. Yeah, I can see that as fine, but it still feels a bit too much. With that being said, I'll end the video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm starting my YouTube career. So every single like and sub definitely matters. And if you enjoy the content, please come back to it. I would like to see more views on my videos. Thank you for watching.